thought I would just sit down and have a little korero about what I've been processing and thinking about recently. I have reached halfway through my degree and I'm on my break. I've just been having thoughts of doubt, just feeling a bit discouraged. I think uni makes you feel like you've just got a lot of purpose. But I've been thinking about what am I going to do once uni's done, like what is my art career going to look like, and it's quite daunting and it makes me feel quite nervous. On top of that, I'm just thinking, you know, what can I do? About a month ago I actually got a DM from someone asking me if I was willing to sell my photographs as prints, and I felt so honoured by that. Like it was quite overwhelming, to be honest. So I was like, I'll get back to you. And then I ended up actually putting it up there on my Instagram, and I was like, would anyone else be interested? I got a couple more responses. So while I've had the time and break, I was like, why don't I get this sorted, like get the ball rolling? And so yeah, I've just been working on that. I've been trying to figure out how to print them and what the prints would look like. I sent them off 2 days ago, so they should be ready in about a day. I really hope they come out okay. Levi and we have started going to, because where we live there's a market that happens every Sunday where they sell like really cheap fruit and veggies. So we've been going down to that market, and on the way back we stumbled across an art gallery called Moana Fresh, and I didn't even know it was there. And we went into the store, there's 2 wahine there, and they were so great. They're like 2 aunties. Ended up that they had done the same degree as me just like years ago, and then I was just asking them like what do they do after art school and just asking for advice, and it was really amazing because they just said to me, start now. They're like, start doing stuff now, be organized, be proactive, gather around other artist friends and start collaborating. They're talking about you're not going to be able to provide everything, like you need to lean into other artists, and it was just really affirming and really encouraging and exactly what I needed at the moment, and really affirmed my decision in getting these prints rolling. It was a beautiful store. They basically had it's like this little art gallery where they sell Māori and Pacifica artists' art, and it was so beautiful. I want to go back there and have a proper look, because they weren't even supposed to be open that day. They just were there doing their stuff. But yeah, it was a really beautiful space. And so yeah, I had that interaction happen, which was really lovely. And then that evening I was reading a book that my friend gave to me for my birthday. It's called Conversations with Creative Women, and it's basically just this little book about different artists, little interviews about them. And I was reading the one about artist, weaver and designer Marianne Talia Poe. It was really cool because at the end of her little interview, they asked, can you offer any advice to emerging artists who are starting their careers on networking and creating opportunities for themselves? And she said, be bold and creative, follow your gut feeling about a project or people, surround yourself with the best people because you don't know all the answers, they do, which is what the ladies were saying at the art gallery. You know your craft and skill, just do that. There's nothing wrong or uncool or unpretty about being a good and nice person. In fact, it'll take you a long way. Really cool, like, because in her interview she talks about the power of being a kind person and being kind through your art. Especially in the art world, sometimes they don't really value kindness. It can be quite petty and competitive and rude. Like, I know that not all of it is, but it can be. And then the last thing says, love who you are and what you do, that always shines through and is ultimately what will attract the right people to you. So yeah, I just thought that was really cute and really encouraging, and another thing, like exactly what I needed at this moment while I've been processing direction. And sorry, my camera shut off. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I just need to trust that the right thing will happen when I'm finished uni. Just like the right pathway will form for me, and I know that I just need to take hold of the opportunities that come up and make sure that I'm proactive in my art making outside of uni, and just being intentional with my relationships. Putting it aside, I know it's going to be a hard work. Like, I know that this kind of pathway is hard. Me and my best friend were processing recently is like different roles and how it's getting harder and harder for specific roles to stay alive within the society. But we're talking about like artists and how, I mean, some can make a lot of money but most of them don't, and it's like a constant kind of just pushing. But artists are so vital for communities, and for people to have the energy and space to be able to create and like invite other people into those spaces is so detrimental to communities and allowing them to just keep thriving. That's what the aunties were saying as well. They were saying, I'm just gonna call them the aunties. They were saying that you've really got to assess what you value and why you're creating art and what you're doing it for, which was really interesting and something that I want to continue to just reflect on and understand for myself. But yeah, that's just my little process at the moment. Thank you for listening. I only have like a week and a half left of the break, so I'm gonna film just my little things and what I get up to. I'm gonna go to the Auckland Art Gallery because they have an exhibition with like all the classics like Van Gogh, and pick up my prints and just do some cute little things. Here, do you want the last sip of tea? Sorry, I didn't even offer you any. That is so rude. It's so rude of me. Here, dolls. Have some tea. I'm just organising my second lot of prints to send off to the printer, which is really exciting. And then Ari and I and Eli are gonna go out soon, go check out Moana Fresh. I want to have a proper look at it, and a cute little cafe that's right next to it called the Burnt Butter or something like that. But yeah,